Some people earn millions and lose it all. They chase the highs of the market and panic at the lows, their fortunes rising and falling like a volatile stock. Others earn modestly, yet they build quiet and shakable fortunes over a lifetime, brick by brick. What separates these two groups? It's not their income, their IQ, or some secret financial formula. The difference lies in a far more powerful asset: emotional intelligence. This isn't just another financial guide. This is the playbook for mastering your money by mastering yourself. Welcome to the world of emotionally intelligent wealth. So, what exactly is emotionally intelligent wealth? It's the ability to understand, manage, and harness your emotions to make sound, rational, and values-aligned financial decisions. It's about building a relationship with money that is rooted in clarity, not chaos, in purpose, not panic. This is the framework for achieving not just financial success, but true financial well-being. It's a journey that starts with turning your gaze inward, with the foundational habit of self-awareness in your spending. Self-awareness in spending. Most of us believe we make logical spending decisions, but our bank statements often tell a different story, a story of our emotions. We splurge after a tough day at work, justifying it as self-care. We celebrate a small win with a lavish dinner that blows our monthly budget. We scroll through online stores out of sheer boredom, and suddenly, packages we don't need are arriving at our doorstep. These are emotional triggers: stress, boredom, celebration, and even social pressure. They are the invisible strings that control our financial puppets. The first step to cutting these strings is to see them. Start by tracking not just what you spend, but why you spend it. Use a budgeting app or a simple journal. Next to each purchase, jot down the feeling or situation that preceded it. Was it stress, joy, peer pressure? After a month, you won't just see a list of transactions. You will see a map of your emotional landscape and its direct impact on your wallet. As financial coach Holly Burns states, understanding emotional triggers makes you better equipped to make conscious spending choices. This awareness transforms you from a reactive spender into a proactive financial architect, consciously designing a life that your budget can truly support. Emotional detachment from money. Once you become aware of your emotional triggers, the next step is to cultivate emotional detachment from money itself. In our hyper-consumerist world, we are constantly told that what we own defines who we are. The car we drive, the brand of our watch, the size of our home, these are marketed as extensions of our identity, as markers of our success. Emotionally intelligent wealth requires you to dismantle this dangerous connection. Money is not your identity. It is a tool. It is a resource to build the life you value, not a scorecard to prove your worth to others. When you see money as a tool, you stop making status-driven purchases designed to impress people you don't even know. You begin to ask, does this purchase serve my goals? Instead of, what will people think of me if I have this? A powerful practice here is to integrate gratitude and financial mindfulness into your daily routine. Take a moment each day to appreciate what you already have: your health, your relationships, your skills. This shifts your focus from scarcity and comparison to abundance and contentment. When you are grateful for the non-material wealth in your life, the impulse to fill an emotional void with material possessions begins to fade. You start using money as a tool for freedom, security, and experience, not as a crutch for your self-esteem. Long-term thinking over impulse. This newfound detachment naturally leads to the third critical habit: prioritizing long-term thinking over short-term impulse. Our brains are hardwired for immediate gratification. Thousands of years ago, this instinct helped us survive. Today, it fuels impulse buys, credit card debt, and a chronic failure to save for the future. The thrill of a new gadget or an exotic vacation now often feels more compelling than the distant, abstract security of a retirement fund. Emotional intelligence is the discipline to override this primal urge. It's the ability to delay gratification. This doesn't mean living a life of perpetual austerity. It means making a conscious trade-off between present thrill and future security. One of the most effective ways to cultivate this is through goal-based saving and investing. Instead of a vague goal like, save more money, create specific, emotionally resonant targets. save for a down payment on our first home, fund our child's education, or build a freedom fund to travel the world in 10 years, when your goals are tangible and exciting. The small sacrifices you make today feel less like deprivation and more like a down payment on your dreams. As financial strategist Mitch Solomon puts it, emotionally intelligent people prioritize future security over present thrill. They are playing the long game, and they understand that the greatest rewards are reserved for those with the patience to wait for them. Empathy in financial relationships. Money is rarely a solo journey. For most of us, our financial lives are deeply intertwined with others, our partners, our families, and even our business associates. This is where empathy in financial relationships becomes paramount. Clashing money values are a primary source of conflict in partnerships. One person may be a natural saver, while the other is a spender. One might be a risk-averse investor, while the other is drawn to high-risk, high-reward ventures. Without empathy, these differences can create a battlefield of judgment, resentment, and secrecy. Emotionally intelligent communication is the key to navigating this terrain. It requires transparent and non-judgmental conversations about money. It means actively listening to understand your partner's financial history, fears, and dreams, and respecting that their perspective is as valid as your own. The goal isn't to force your partner to adopt your money style, but to find a shared path forward that honors both of your values. Modern tools can facilitate this. Shared budgeting platforms like Honeydew, Splitwise, or Yinab allow couples to manage shared expenses transparently, reducing friction and fostering a sense of teamwork. By approaching financial discussions with empathy, you transform money from a source of division into an opportunity for deeper connection and shared success. Resilience during financial stress. No matter how well you plan, financial life will inevitably present challenges. Markets will dip, recessions will occur, and unexpected job losses can happen. It is during these moments of turbulence that emotional intelligence becomes your most valuable asset. The natural human reaction to financial stress is panic. Panic leads to reactive, short-sighted decisions, like selling all your investments at the bottom of a market crash or taking on high-interest debt out of desperation. Resilience during financial stress is the ability to stay calm and centered when the world feels like it's spinning out of control. It's about acknowledging your fear without letting it dictate your actions. Simple but powerful techniques like deep breathing exercises can calm your nervous system and bring you back to a state of clarity. Equally important is leaning on your support network, your friends, family, or a financial advisor. Voicing your fears to a trusted confidant can diffuse their power and provide you with a much-needed external perspective. As risk analyst Anne Beaulieu memorably said, "Emotional intelligence is the firewall against panic." It doesn't mean you won't feel the heat of a financial crisis, but it ensures the fire doesn't burn down your entire financial house. It allows you to weather the storm with your long-term strategy intact. Purpose-driven investing. Beyond simply accumulating wealth, emotionally intelligent individuals seek to build a portfolio with a purpose. This is the essence of purpose-driven investing. It's about moving beyond the singular focus on financial returns and asking a deeper question: what impact is my money having on the world? This approach requires you to align your investments with your personal values. If you are passionate about environmental sustainability, you might invest in ESG funds, those that prioritize companies with strong environmental, social, and governance practices. If you want to directly fund solutions to global problems, you might explore impact investing in areas like renewable energy, affordable housing, or microfinance. This values alignment serves a dual purpose. First, it brings a profound sense of meaning and fulfillment to your financial journey. Your wealth is no longer just a number on a screen. It's a force for good in the world. Second, it serves as a powerful anchor against herd mentality. When the market is in a frenzy over the latest, hot stock, having a clear purpose keeps you grounded. You're less likely to be swayed by hype and speculation because your investment decisions are guided by your why. The crucial tip here is to define your why before you choose your where. Understand what matters most to you, and then build a portfolio that reflects those principles. Calm decision making under pressure. Finally, all these habits culminate in the ultimate skill of emotionally intelligent wealth. Calm decision making under pressure. Whether you're considering a major investment, negotiating a salary, or responding to a market downturn, the ability to remain calm and think rationally is your superpower. High-stakes financial decisions often trigger a fight or flight response, flooding our brains with cortisol and adrenaline. This physiological reaction shuts down the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logical reasoning and long-term planning. To counteract this, you must learn to pause before you react. This pause creates a crucial space between the triggering event and your response, allowing your rational mind to catch up. Simple decision-making frameworks can be invaluable in these moments. A classic pros and cons list can bring clarity to a complex choice. The 24-hour rule, forcing yourself to wait a full day before making any non-essential financial decision, is a powerful antidote to impulse. For more significant choices, a financial decision journal can be a game changer. By writing down the situation, your options, the potential outcomes, and the emotions you're feeling, you externalize the problem, making it easier to analyze objectively. You create a record that you can review later, helping you learn from both your successes and your mistakes. This deliberate process transforms decision-making from a reactive, emotional event into a thoughtful, strategic exercise. Summary: building emotionally intelligent wealth is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a lifelong practice of self-awareness, discipline, and purpose. It's about recognizing that the greatest obstacle to your financial success isn't the market, the economy, or your income. It's the unexamined emotions that drive your behavior. By mastering self-awareness, detaching your identity from your net worth, prioritizing the long term, practicing empathy, building resilience, investing with purpose, and making calm, deliberate decisions, you are not just building wealth. You are building a life of financial security, freedom, and profound meaning. You are building real success,